Buenos dias. This morning we have a very special guest. We have Coach Al from Mindset Academy. Let's give a big round of applause, boys and girls. Coach Al.
I was in 4th grade and my teacher asked me to choose one thing that I wanted to be when I grew up. Now, this is a real story. I remember feeling very, very nervous because I wanted to be like 10 different things. I didn't know what I wanted to choose. And my teacher said I needed to choose just one. I needed to choose one thing that I wanted to be, okay? Now, let me tell you kind of like what my mind told me to be. I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, a soccer player, a basketball player, a football player, a wrestler. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to do all these things, but my teacher told me to choose one. On that homework assignment, I decided to put one word, and I said movie star. I know, I wanted to be famous, right? Now, I was in 4th grade, so I ran home and I told my mom that I wanted to be a movie star, I wanted to be famous. More important than knowing what you want to be is why do you want to do it? Why do you want to achieve your dreams? Tu razón, tu por qué. Why do you want to be successful? My reason was because I wanted to help my abuelita. I wanted to help my mamá, mi familia. I decided I wanted to be a movie star. Now I got to 5th grade. Do you think I was a movie star by 5th grade? No! Then I got to 6th grade. Do you think I was a movie star by 6th grade? Then I got to 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. Oh my goodness. I was now 17 years old. Now the reason I practice having a strong mind, the reason I practice having a strong body and having a strong heart is porque muchas de las veces, many times, our dream is a lot closer than we think. But it took so long. Every year, I felt like giving up just a little bit more. Have you guys ever walked into a store when you open the door, it makes a sound? Yeah. What's the sound? Ding dong, right, just like that, okay? Now, I walked into a barber shop. I'm 17 years old. Mi mamá was in a hospital. Mi abuelita was also in the hospital. Now, something about when something happens to people you love, it worries you, it makes you really nervous. Sometimes you can't really focus. Sometimes you feel like crying. Sometimes you feel like giving up. This day, I went into that barber shop and all of this was going on at home. So I tell you guys this story because even though it's difficult, you're gonna have to find a way. So this day, I remember sitting down and I looked into the mirror and I was feeling really sad and alone. Through that door walked, have you guys ever seen those microphones from the television crews? So in comes in a microphone, then comes in a guy with a camera like him, and then comes another guy with a microphone. And the guy that was coming in through the door started walking like this. He touches my shoulder, and I'll never forget what he said next. He said, "Can you get out of the way, please?" I know. Oh my goodness. So raise your hand. How did I feel at this very moment? How did I feel? Sad. What else? Mad, frustrated, angry, disappointed, sad. I'm going to tell you the truth. I wanted at that moment to grab that camera and just throw it across the street. I wanted, his face. That's how I felt inside. Disappointed. I had been wanting to be this moment forever. I was fighting. I was working hard. My dad, my mom, my abuelita would always tell me to work hard. My teachers would always tell me to believe. And this moment is right here in front of me. And I'm feeling disappointed. My heart's broken. And I wanted to do all of those things, but I remembered one thing. I went outside to take a deep breath. You know how your teachers tell you to take a deep breath? Calm yourself down. I remembered everything that they said, and I had to make a decisión. I went outside, and I remembered why I wanted to be successful. Which means, if I do punch that guy, if I do throw that camera, that doesn't help them. You have to be able to remember tu razón and your why. When you are at home, or in the home, or in life, there's something called principles. Everybody say principles. Now, do you all know what I mean by principles of life? Does anybody have any clue? What are some ideas? You guys have any ideas? Rules, what else? Goals, what else? Leadership. So watch this. I'm about to give you the exact formula to be successful. Do you know what the word inevitable means?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Meaning you don't even have to make it happen. It's going to happen. Here's how it works. Principles plus strategies. Principles plus strategies equals inevitable success. In the world, in this country, there's a lot of strategy to be successful. So I've learned, and I used to think a little bit different, but I've learned that some of the most successful people are not the smartest people. I've learned that some of the most successful people are not even the hardest working people. Some of the most successful people were not even the best people in school. What I see that the most successful people have done is they took principles of life and they added strategy to them and they became successful. Okay? So a principle of life is, for example, respect. Another one is hard work, effort, participation. You don't even have to be intelligent. That's not a principle of life. How many of you all know how to cook? Raise your hand if you know how to cook. What dish do you know how to cook? Okay, enchiladas. How do you make enchiladas?
When we do it, the enchiladas verdes, we just get the tortilla, we put it in oil for a bit, and then we put it in the salsa verde, and then we get the chicken, and then we put it.
You shred it? Okay. So there's steps, right? Now, did you all just see? She just shared the recipe. She shared the strategy. To be successful, there's a recipe. If you want green enchiladas, there's a recipe. You don't just work hard and just punch the chicken. You don't just kill the chicken and throw it in the pot. There's a strategy. In this country, you don't just need to work hard. Just like green enchiladas, you can't hope that you're gonna just throw a bunch of things together and it's gonna be green enchiladas. There's a recipe to it. Write down 3 potential dangers that may get in the way. So for example, when you cook, what's something that you want to avoid doing? Burning yourself, that's one. What's another one?
Burning others.
Burning other people, burning the house down, right? Definitely. What about raw chicken?
Good.
Make sure, you want to avoid undercooking. It has a lot to do with that. What about salt? Make sure you know the amounts. So there's a recipe and a strategy. What do you want to avoid on your way to be successful? Next, you're going to write down 1, how will you avoid that danger? So how do you avoid burning yourself? You don't touch the pan, right? That's that simple. You don't touch the pan. You want to avoid distractions, okay? Here we go. Strong mind! Strong body! Strong heart! Mente fuerte! Cuerpo fuerte! Corazón fuerte! Round of applause, por favor. Have a seat. So here goes. Is it okay if I come back tomorrow? Yeah! Thank you guys so much. You guys are incredible. I want to see you win.
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.